and so were you. And time stood still, and love was all we knew. You were the first, so was I. We made love and then you cried. Remember when we vowed the vows and walked the walk, gave our hearts, made the start, and it was hard. We lived and learned life through curves. There was joy and there was hurt. Remember when old ones died and the new were born, and life was changed, disassembled, rearranged. We came together, fell apart, and broke each other's hearts. Remember when the sound of little feet was the music we danced to week to week. Brought back the love, we found trust, vowed we never give it up. Remember when 30 seems so old. Now looking back, it's just a stepping stone to where we are, where we've been. Said we'd do it all again. Remember when, verse 6. Remember when we said when we turned gray, when the children grow up and move away. We won't be sad, we'll be glad for all the life we've had, and we'll remember when. Remember when. Remember when. The rain is falling, a mournful sound, each drop an echo on barren ground. Where dreams once bloomed, now only dust, and whispered vows have turned to rust. I trace the lines upon my hand, the map of futures I had planned. But every road led back to you, and every promise proved untrue. Shattered pieces on the floor of what we were and nothing more. A fragile heart now torn apart by words unkept, a work of art that only bleeds and never heals. The pain of all the love that dies beneath the weight of broken ties. I see your face in every cloud, a phantom smile, a voice too loud that speaks of futures bright and bold, a story that will not unfold. Remember nights beneath the stars, we etched our names on passing cars, believing time would stand so still and love would conquer every will. Shattered pieces on the floor of what we were and nothing more. A fragile heart now torn apart by words unkept, a work of art that only bleeds and never heals. The pain constant bruising, but all I find is empty space where your sincerity once had a place. Shattered pieces on the floor of what we were and nothing more. A fragile heart now torn apart by words unkept, a work of art that only bleeds and never heals. The pain of all the love that dies beneath the weight of broken ties. So broken ties, shattered promises, just ashes now and silent cries. The coffee's gone cold in your favorite cup. The clock ticks loud, but no one looks up. Words hover like ghosts that never land. I reach for your hand, but forget how to stand. Every breath feels heavy with all we don't say. We've built a wall of echoes in the way. In the silence between us, we drift like rain, falling through memories, whispering names. If love is still hiding, it's hard to believe. In the silence between us, can we learn to breathe? Your eyes trace the floor, the patterns of doubt. We smile like strangers, worn faces of drought. I miss the thunder of your easy laugh, but the storm we started swallowed its path. I can hear your heart from across the divide, beating out the truth we're both trying to hide. In the silence between us, we drift like rain, falling through memories, whispering names. If love is still hiding, it's hard to believe. In the silence between us, can we learn to breathe? Maybe silence isn't empty, maybe it's space for us to remember the touch, the grace. If I break the quiet with one small word, would you still hear me? Would you return? In the silence between us, the rain starts to fade. We're finding the courage for what's left unsaid. If love's still waiting, let it be freed. In the silence between us, we learn to breathe. The afternoon light falls straight and true, right through the window pane. It burns a perfect square of gold against the water stain. I walked across this floor 1,000 times since you walked out the door. But every time the sun is high, I see what I ignore. It's not dust, it's not dirt, it's not a stain from wine. It's a perfect hollow negative, a demarcation line. It's the faded phantom outline. I measure my grief by the cold geometry of the space, the shadow where you stood and where you said goodbye. And no matter how I sweep, no matter how I scrub, that absence stays imprinted on the floorboards of this club. I knelt down low and ran my hand across the old oak green, trying to feel the absent pressure, trying to conjure rain, the kind of light that hides the truth, that makes the sharp edges soft. But even in the early gloom, the ghost is lifted off. I know you didn't leave a note, I know you didn't leave a trace, but every minute that I breathe, I'm anchored to this place. It's not dust, it's not dirt, it's not a stain from wine. It's a perfect hollow negative, a demarcation line. It's the faded phantom outline. I measure my grief by the cold geometry of the space, the shadow where you stood and where you said goodbye. And no matter how I sweep, no matter how I scrub, that absence stays imprinted on the floorboards of this club. I should just step over it, move on to where the light is bright. Why am I kneeling in the dust, clutching at the empty heat? This memory is thin as glass, it doesn't even hold your form, but it's the only proof I have left that you were ever warm. It's not dust, it's not dirt, it's not a stain from wine. It's a perfect hollow negative, a demarcation line. It's the faded phantom outline. I measure my grief by the cold geometry of the space, the shadow where you stood and where you said goodbye. And no matter how I sweep, no matter how I scrub, that absence stays imprinted on the floorboards of this club. Just the shadow, just the space between the floor and the sun, just the cold A blanket soft, a gentle light, but in this chest a deeper cold, a story whispered ages old. The winds may howl, the skies may weep, but secrets here I try to keep. A frozen river, still and deep. There's snow on my heart, a silken shroud where laughter once danced, now a silent cloud. Each flake a memory, sharp and bright, chilling the warmth, stealing the light. I built my walls so high and grand to keep the thaw from touching land, but still this feeling I understand. There's snow on my heart in this barren land. I see the patterns, intricate and fine, the fragile beauty so divine. A fleeting moment, pure and clean, before it melts, a distant dream. I trace the edges, sharp and keen, of all that was and might have been. A silent film upon a screen. There's snow on my heart, a silken shroud where laughter once danced, now a silent cloud. Each flake a memory, sharp and bright, chilling the warmth, stealing the light. I built my walls so high and grand to keep the thought from touching land, but still this feeling I understand. There's snow on my heart in this barren land. Maybe one day the sun will break and warm this surface, for goodness sake. A single ray, a gentle sigh, to melt the burdens and let them fly. But for now I embrace this chill, a quiet strength, a steadfast will to carry on, standing still. There's snow on my heart, a silken shroud where laughter once danced, now a silent cloud. Each flake a memory, sharp and bright, chilling the warmth, stealing the light. I build my walls so high and grand to keep the thaw from touching land, but still this feeling I understand. There's snow on my heart in this barren land, and when the spring comes, soft and slow, I might just let a whisper go. A single snowflake, brave and bold, a story whispered to be told, of snow on my heart and how it felt as the world outside began to melt. Rain streaks down the window pane, a melody of falling rain, mirroring the tears I can't contain. Since you walked out and left your stain, and oh, the sound of your goodbye, a whisper fading in the sky, left a hollow ransom, dear, a constant reminder you're not near. And oh, the sound of your goodbye, a whisper fading in the sky, left a hollow where my heart used to lie, a silent echo, a mournful cry. I trace the lines upon my hand, trying to understand how love could crumble like the sand and leave me stranded in this barren land. And oh, the sound of your goodbye, a whisper fading in the sky, left a hollow where my heart used to lie, a silent echo, a mournful cry. Your goodbye, it lingers still on every breeze, against my will, a haunting tune. It sends a chill, and my world stands utterly still. The sound